na malugo abatobi ekwetego si Biafra bukayo Biafra na ma original onyobo na malugo abatobi ekwetego si Biafra na we own you.
Once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. As always, this is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station is being anchored by Diokpa Uche Ukafo-Mefo. Diokpa Uche Ukafo-Mefo is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uche Ukafo-Mefo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. This is one truth I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind them. But one day we certainly will. And by the special grace of the Almighty Creator, I remain George Onyibe. I hail from Agbo. Agbo is in Anyoma province. Anyoma province is in Delta State. And like I will always say, everybody in Delta State, you are Biafran. I understand the feeling. I understand the betrayal. I understand the misconception. But the truth is upon us already, because a new dawn has begun already. I want to use this privilege to acknowledge, as customary demand on this platform, men and women of goodwill, people of conscience across the world who understand our plight, our position as a people. And of course, you decide to identify with us one way or the other. I tell you, your sacrifice will pay off for good of the people of Biafra at the right time. I will also acknowledge our misguided brothers who somewhere along the line, they think that through deception, through blackmail, through insult, through backbiting, they can make a difference. But of course, it's obvious you are losing your ground on a daily basis. This is the time for genuine Biafrans to reevaluate their stand, their position, and let us do the right thing. And of course, I'm specifically talking to the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. They remain the claws in the wheel of the progress of the people of Biafra. But of course, it takes over a decade to recondition your mind. You were deceived. And if God be merciful unto us, before we spend another 1 decade to point out the truth to you, you will be delivered. I want to move on to acknowledge members of the Biafra Nation Alliance. Men and women who refuse to be intimidated, subdued by blackmail, constant harassment, threat to life. You stood your ground. All the administrators, acknowledge all of you. Board of Trustees, acknowledge all of you. The uncompromised media team, acknowledge all of you. Because this is when we know those who are men. This is when we know those who understand the implication of what they are getting themselves involved with and ready to pay every necessary sacrifice. And then I said to the Creator who has placed our foot upon this path that we must follow, let his name alone be glorified in the end. That he will hear our cry and pay attention to our request. For without him we are gone as a people. I will acknowledge him before we proceed. Anyị na-aja gị mmanwụ n'ihi na ị mara mma ịhụnanya na ị na gị obiọma gị ujuru anya dadio inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dị onye dịka gị Ebu Alpha no Omega Daddy. Anyị niile na-asị na Nedemau. He said. As always tonight, it is important that we review 7 truths about the current state of chaos in Biafra land. Biafra land is in a state of chaos. It has always been that way. But our people has not taken time to review some imminent danger that must be reconsidered. We'll look at 7 of them this evening, and hopefully we'll be able to make amends, make correction when necessary, because the journey has just begun. Agitation or call for secession as far as the Nigerian state did not start today. If any Biafran at this moment will want to backdate the agitation for the restoration of Biafra down to the generation of 1966 and 1970, and then you are not sincere to yourself. And I want to believe these are some of the reasons why those who are supposed to respond are not responding yet. Adakaboru, 6 months before the declaration of the sovereign state of Biafra by Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu, saw this thing, this evil, impersonified by the Nigerian state. As a young boy of 27, who barely graduated from the University of Enugu, who do not know much about the politics of the world, and I do not think he can even define the terrain where he come from. But it was too obvious to this boy that something was wrong somewhere. He laid arm against the Nigerian state. Mark my word, he laid arm against the Nigerian state, which was considered rebellion. And then in few days, they were crushed. They were neutralized. And then 6 months later, Dim Ojukwu Odimegwu saw the same thing. He must have reviewed what led Adakaboru to do what he did. There were absolute necessity to defend the land of Biafra. And this man rose up. On the expense of his father, on the expense of his comfort, the joy of his children, on the expense of everything he believed, he took the lead. We paid dearly for it. We paid a very costly price for it. And I can assure you we have not recovered from it today. And anybody relaxing and thinking, yes, somewhere along the line we have recovered, you need to rethink again. You see, there are Biafrans everywhere. When Mazobidi was commenting on the Audio Guinness broadcast, it said something. Most of the people causing confusion, most of them on my platform now saying Ibu Akpamo, Ibu Nka, Neme Kandi Sikopurekopo. Go and watch all of them. They just came into the struggle, but that is not a criteria anyway. But they do not understand what brought us here. They don't understand we put our blood in this thing. They do not understand our position as far as this restoration project is concerned. Because if you think we'll come out here to do a thing for you, and so we fold our hand and let you sell the next generation, you don't know what is coming for you. I have to take time to explain this thing with pain so that you will understand and evaluate your position, because it will not end on your terms. And I'm sure you are not even ready to know how it's going to come. Chukwuemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu, he led this group. Imagine, let's assume 3 million people died. Imagine if these 3 million people were alive and then deployed into the global market. Imagine what they would have been able to achieve. And so we have not recovered. And then few months, a couple of years after the Biafran war, and then you have another group from the Ogoni Axis, and today Ogoni people are asking Nigeria to be manifest sincere of purpose, and so they can withdraw all their case from the court. The people of Ogoni, there is nothing like sincerity of purpose as far as the Nigerian state is concerned. Kansaruwa saw some of this truth. Little too late, he was betrayed by those he trusts. All these things are things we should understand and learn from them. These are not history or text by moonlight to that we say it for the fun of it, or to make you raise a monthly due fundraising. No, let us know the truth. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Kansaruwa is dead and buried in an unmarked grave in Port Harcourt. It didn't end there. We had the issue of Kayama Declaration. It did not end there. We have the issue of Ahara Declaration, to mention but a few. But each of these issues left an unforgettable agony in our vein. Until today we keep fighting. Till today we keep suffering from the same thing. But it is amazing we have failed to learn from our mistake. From the learned to the illiterate, from the academians to the opinion molders, leaders of thought, even most progressive minded individuals have lost their voice in a time like this. Like I said, our topic is simply 7 truths you must know about the current state of chaos in Biafra land. With the recent confusion all around the southeast, which has made southeast to now look like northeast, it is important that we review the consequence of our actions and inaction by following the truth behind this predicament. This is the land of Biafra. Those of you on Facebook, and that is supposedly a community in Enugu. Very early in the morning, the Nigerian military entered the community and they began to shoot sporadically, virtually on every building there. There are speculations which I do not subscribe to. Some believe that over 3,000 people died in this incident. But then we have seen over 10,000 of our people. We have lost over 1 million of our people from 2014 to this very moment, in the hands of our own people. And so it's not new to me. But evil is evil, and according to Mazimefo, we must call evil by the name, and that is Nigerian military. They came to a community. They are doing the same thing in Imo State. They are doing the same thing in Anambra State, and they are trying to move it to Enugu State. I'm not just trying to point out to this menace already, because it will not end. The power to stop this evil lies within us, and that is when those of you who have the voice to speak will begin to speak up, and that is when those of you who know the truth will stand up to defend it at all cost. It is important that we review the consequence of our action and inaction by telling ourselves the truth about our present predicament. Our people are dying. We understand most of you are making money from it. Very soon, Chike Dozien will come and address you. Chike Dozien cannot enter Nigeria without some country boy like me and you taking him to his father's house. All those people, China Sanworu, he can't come to his village now. I am broadcasting from Urugodo. We understand the consequence. We have fears like every other person. But we also understand that being afraid will not solve any problem. And so we hold the bull by the horn. Chike Doziem, the head of the gangster called US, will come and address you. We will kill you, we will shoot you, no election. But he's hiding somewhere in Europe. Very organized society, built by progressive-minded individual. And he will come and say, yeah, we are formidable, but you are not taking the course of what you are initiating. Very unfortunate. And then when they finish giving you order, and then you jump up and down. We are non-government, we are ESM, we are Eastern Defender, we are, you call yourself any name you want. When you die, they deny you. When you are arrested, they abandon you. Douglas Road has not been changed to Ikonso Road. But am I telling you to die for what you believe in is evil, is bad? No. That is the reason why we are here. If we have to die for this truth, if that be the only option, we have communed with the Almighty Creator, that if the sacrifice of our life is what he requests from us through his infinite wisdom, we will gladly lay down our life. But let me tell you, we will tell you how we're going to die if we have to die. But how can we die when our job is not done? And so the people of Biafra, it doesn't matter the position where you are at this moment. Apply your heart to reasoning. We all know the game. We all know how Nigerians function. We know the consequence. The innocent people will die for it. And it is unfortunate those, most of you in diaspora, who are supposed to stand to defend the honor, the dignity, the integrity of the Biafran nation, are using us to do fundraising. Not all of you. And so, from today till on the 6th, it is obvious that over 5,000 Biafran youth, misguided ones, from Anambra to Imo State and Ebonyi State, will be slaughtered. They will be killed. And meanwhile, they will take the pictures and run to social media, and then they will say fundraising, fundraising. I think they are raising funds for palliative, but honestly, we need the fund, we need everything. But the career freedom fighter has misplaced their priority, and people will say, don't say. My brother, what we tell you on Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station is not by force. We are not asking you to accept it. We are doing our job. We are the voice crying in the wilderness, preparing the way for the genuine Biafran to be restored. Because all these things you are doing, you don't know what you are asking for. And so, like I said, we need to review just 7 truths that you need to know as a Biafran. Number 1, those calling for war must understand that the state of war in Nigeria, and get ready for the consequence. Some of you are saying, oh, we will fight war, we will go to war. You don't understand. But you must understand the state of war in Nigeria. And let me digress a little bit. When the Niger Delta, as it is referred to, begin to fight for resource control, among others, youths, some of which, like Alhaji Asare Dokubo, High Chief Tompolo, High Chief Ateke, from within the coastal region of Biafra, and numerous other individuals, they set up team. They strategize on how to make Nigerians pay attention and show respect to them. It was not an easy journey, they know. But some of the things they understand was the state of war as far as Nigeria is concerned. I think they learned very well from the Biafra war. If war is the option, at the right time we will fight it. But until then, because of the single fact that men and women will talk about us tomorrow, we must be guided by principle. And then that even after many years that we are long gone, our actions this day will define their future. They understand how it's going to be, and so they map a strategy. They made sure that collateral damage is managed to the barest minimum. Have you heard militants saying they kill our people, oh, they are killing our people? Oh. Who have that time for that bullshit? Because they understand people will die. And so what do they do first? They make sure that even the oldest woman in every community, boy, girl, child, everybody is protected. And then they hit the pipeline. And in less than 1 week, Nigeria will call for negotiation. Everybody knows what is up, and everybody's ready. That is because they understand the state of war. But IPOB, led by Nnamdi Kanu, a platform that was built by men and women of honor to defend the integrity of the Biafran people in this last outpost, have been compromised by Nnamdi Kanu, and you people are not seeing it. Oh, okay, you are seeing it. You just think it is a way to go. We're going to cover this evil up. You can teach your children to lie, but how they will evaluate your stance, your position as their father, a lot is going to be at stake. But I hope you will understand. These people understand the nature of war. But here now, IPONC, led by Nnamdi Kanu, he's even praying for you to go out in the street there and die. And then they can use your dead body to scatter the social media, and with the intention that they are going to attract sympathy from international community. If American will stand by and tell you they were in Vietnam, if Britain will pretend that they have some spiritual disease, kwashoko, Harold Wilson syndrome, killing our people, if Soviet Union will want to bargain and control the oil, if all of them play the game of interest and watch over 10 million Biafrans died within 3 years, and you're telling me that you that don't have name, you that don't even exist in IPOB document, you're telling me that your dead body will make the international community to pay attention to you? My brother, let us come back home and re-strategize. We are on social media already. IPONC media warriors. They are killing us. Genocide in Biafra land. America, stop the genocide. Russia, come and stop the genocide. Mossad of Israel, come and stop. They are killing us. They are killing us. If any mono, we mono ye man. And so you deliberately use your people as a soft target. Is that how we fight for this freedom? Is that how we are going to fight for this freedom? You decide who live and who die. You put your people in a very secure society environment far away from Africa, not to talk of Nigeria or Biafra land, and you lead other people's children in harm's way. Understand the state of war in Nigeria. Like the militants, as they call them, fully understand. They draw perimeter within their terrain. They take the war to environment where the Nigerian military will not dare. I leave some information behind because it's not my intention to reveal anybody's privacy. And in few days, they talk. In few days, things happen. Goodluck Ebere Jonathan was not a president, vice president or president because Nigerian state want it. It's an insult to the Fulanis. But men played politics. Men played the game of freedom. Men did what was necessary. And when the time is right, those men will still rise again. But everybody already know, fighting individually as a team or group will not lead us anywhere. And so the real men, people of vision, are waiting for that people who will create the platform where finally will march as one impenetrable unit as the people of Biafra. No more south-south, no more southeast, no more upland, river ram, bottom line, sideline, no more, but as Biafra. They strategically map out this thing because we know how Nigerian function. We have the story of OD. We have stories of so many communities within Bayelsa and Delta State. We're out of annoyance. These people attack Nigerian security outfits. What will Nigeria do? They burn down those communities. They take the leverage of raping our women, defiling our community. They have the media power to justify their actions. They change narrative at will to the detriment of our people. And so we know the state of war in Nigeria. And so if we want war, the weak must be considered. The weak must be considered. And we can never, with any intention, use our misinformed brother as our bulletproof. Now they cannot rub bleaching cream. Yeah, what is that cloth he was wearing? Is it Gucci or Cindy or Moschino, Versace, Christian Dior? What was the name of the fashion parade man? Fanboy Lambato. And he uses you as your as his shield, and you are happy. You want us to clap for you. You are fighting for freedom. Freedom for who? Honestly, I don't understand your pattern of processing information or dissecting this broadcast, but may God help you. They use you as shield. No preparation. I'm very sure Ikonso's wife is very hungry. Where is Biggie? Where are others? We'll get there. I'm coming. Now, let us look at the other side of the war within the Nigerian state. In 2015, we organized a meeting in Ikempo. And in that very meeting, it was meant to foster unity within the Biafran state. It was Heroes Remembrance Day. And while we were at the venue, of course organized by our brother Chidibiri Ongudiwe, and while we were there, we had information that we have been rounded up by the Nigerian military. They trap us at the middle of Ikempo. There is nowhere to go. They started killing our people as early as 3 a.m. St. Edmund Catholic Church, dead bodies of our people were carted away with military van. I was then the Biafra Land Deputy Coordinator of then IPOB. And as early as 3, they called me. Where are you? I hope you are not in the meeting venue. They are killing our people there already. I saw dead body. I saw dead body. I saw dead body. I saw dead body. But I narrowly escaped. I narrowly escaped. I was with them, the River State coordinator, Manzi David. Bullets were flying every corner until we saw a borrow pit and we went in there. We were not armed. I want you to understand something. And after some minutes, men who are men neutralize and diffuse the situation. I won't go there. But then when we came out from the borrow pit, I took few seconds to examine myself. I did not have a single scratch. I didn't receive bullet wound. David, the same thing. Nobody would have made it possible except God. I saw dead body. We managed to leave that area. Walked maybe 3 kilometers away from that point of execution. In the same Anambra State, in the same Mpo, and people were singing. They were the one selling music were selling music. The one selling, life was normal. Life was normal. And I called my friends with me and said, imagine about 2 kilometers away from here, we have heaps of dead body of our brothers and sisters killed by the Nigerian military. But now, just less than 2 kilometers, everybody is living life normal, as if it's okay. Now, you must understand that when you are shouting, you wear mask. We are going to kill you. We are going to declare Biafra. We are going to shoot you. My brother, they will wipe away your community. No, in fact, the next neighboring community will not even know. Some of you are calling, what is happening? Tell us what is going on home. My brother, it is capital intensive to get information. Because Nigeria military know how to isolate us and pick us out one by one. Go and ask Nnamdi Kanu. Those employed the recruit ESM, almost 90% of them have been diffused, or do I say neutralized? When they raise dragon flag, I ask you, I say, look at the real man has gone back because Nnamdi Kanu have betrayed all of them and the struggle. They are using little children. To you, it's hatred, it's propaganda, they hate Nnamdi Kanu. We defended Nnamdi Kanu more than all of you. Should I say we protected his cause more than everybody until we see he's a 419? And you want me to tell you Fulani is evil, Yoruba cannot be trusted, and then I see Nnamdi Kanu, an IPONC member who are worse than these people put together, and you want me to massage it? And then they make mistake for including us in the first place. You see where the problem lies. And so the people of Biafra, there is a strategy Nigerian use for us. While you are doing gra, they are systematically destroying all that is left of you. Let me try to create the third scenario. Maybe you will understand. If you go on social media now, APOC members say, oh, genocide in Biafra, they are killing us, they are killing us. And then the Nigerian state are saying IPOB is trying to gain sympathy by propaganda. The world should not listen to them. You see the two narratives, and by the time international community look into what is happening, they will see that actually he that bring in ant-infested firewood actually invite lizard, and then Nigerian win you, because they are the master of their game. People of Biafra, we need to master this game, or else we continue losing the population of our youth, our young promising youth. We must learn to master that game. And meanwhile, when they are issuing this press communique, as the case may be, we are the one who do that. Nigerian Army spokesperson, Igbo man, Biafra man. Nigerian DSS person, Igbo man, Biafra man. Nigerian Boko Haram spokesperson, Igbo man, Biafra man. And so when they finish killing us, they use one of our own to make announcement against us. Who is in the best position to testify against you? More than the person that knows you more. And you think whatever you do, if you do not plan very well, that you are making a headway, you lie. Like I said, many youth will go down in Enugu between today and on the 6th, except they apply caution. And when they finish killing him, they will bring Igbo man. He says some misguided hoodlums were arrested, and you are a misguided hoodlum, my brother. When it's time to fight for Biafra, you will know. So these are some of the truth you need to know. Onyibe is a good friend of Nnamdi Kanu. Ojis Okalo is a pally of Nnamdi Kanu. And many other politicians in the Senate and other relevant positions in Nigeria. They support him. But why are they not talking about Biafra? Why are they not talking about the killing? It's only when it's election they will now mugu you and you say marginalization, marginalization, marginalization. Is this language not making you people sick? I will not dwell more than that. Of course, if time does not permit us to review all of them, and then we take the one that we can be able to consider, and then tomorrow is another day. And now we go to number 2. These are the things you need to know. The current statue of the Southeast will soon open door for the enemy in our region to rape our women, receive license to kill our people indiscriminately. It is coming up gradually. The number of youth being slaughtered, most of which you know nothing about Biafra, is increasing. So you must understand that the current statute gives them cover. And they are running from Boko Haram. The Nigerian army are not even arresting Boko Haram. They are rehabilitating them. Send them to America to cool off. Bring them back and then give them position after Rabak Yari is back. But of course, you have told them that you have gone. So, oh, we are going to declare Biafra. Oh, we are going to kill you. Where is the dragon flag itself? Now you create unknown gunmen. Unknown gunmen goes about killing innocent people. Unknown gunmen managed by Benjamin Madubugo, Bright Chimezie, Chinasa Nwuru, Chika Idoziem, Tony Nzurumike, Rabbi Charles, Osiwu Oke Foreign. Should I begin to mention? Mwada Highway America. Should I begin to mention all of them? Andrew? You pick innocent youth. You destroy their value. You lied against them that their father is evil, so that you can justify the killing of their father and take the property and become a single mother. We go lead on our fuck up. You know, most of you are just jumping up and down and you think you control the stage. We're trying to know the kind of drug most of you take, so we know the remedy to your problem. But of course, I'm not talking to all Biafrans. I'm talking to those who are using other people and those who are deceiving others. The Bible says that in the end time, you that is deceiving somebody and the person that is being deceived, everybody will the day of reckoning will come. Today, when we hear unknown gunmen, we don't know if it is PDP or unknown gunmen. We don't even know when Nnamdi Kanu unknown gunmen strike. When DSS unknown gunmen, we don't know. Unemployed youth, lazy youth unknown gunmen, we don't even know the one that we are running from. In the morning, they will take responsibility of unknown gunmen attack. They will threaten you. We will kill you. If you come out for election, we will kill you. Fulani unknown gunmen will go and kill our people just to dent our image. And that is because somebody refused to use sense. So expect that. We encourage you to go out and vote if necessary. But why we say that? We understand the dilemma. We understand the danger. Whether it is Boko Haram unknown gunmen, whether it's Nigerian military unknown gunmen, whether it's Nnamdi Kanu unknown gunmen, whether it's China Sanwo-Olu unknown gunmen, we don't even know who is coming to kill you. And now you live in the prison of fear. A prison you have once discarded. Now you are being brought back into the prison by the same person who came to give you freedom. And so it should be expected. Number 3. The desperate politicians. They are strategically repositioning themselves in order to take over positions that they cannot handle. In a time like this, most politicians are involved in this hulo-balo. They strategically reposition themselves because they want to take over position. Ordinarily, they know they are not qualified for it. They are masters of their game. They know exactly what they want and they know how to go about it. And so why you do PDP, APC? Understand that there are people of interest, politicians of interest. We have seen these things happen. You gather students, you give them gun, you encourage them to snatch ballot paper, to kill if necessary, just to be councillor, just to be chairman, just to be president. Can somebody tell me that the life of Olusegun Obasanjo is worth more in any way than my life? Has he slept in 2 rooms in one night at the same time? Are you telling me that even though he may decide to move on convoy, are you telling me that he can drive 2 cars at the same time? Are you telling me that the life of Buhari and his children is in any way better than mine? Could any of them finish a bag of rice in a single meal? And then, maturity understand when we begin to set our priority right. So watch out, Biafran youth. The person sending you to defend Biafra land, find out what his children are doing. There will be no going to abroad for medical health checkup, according to them. But every week they are going for checkup. They bastardize the educational sector because their children's schools in diaspora. Watch the people sending you, those of you in Enugu. Chinasa is calling all of you now. Chinasa Angweru, bro, how are you, bro? Brother, they don't love you. You are just caught up in a game. They call it the Game of Thrones. It is better to be late than delayed. Look at the next one there. They take those of you who they feel they have lost hope. These are the things you should expect. Those of you they think they have lost hope in life. You think your life is useless. No Biafran child is useless. No Biafran child is useless. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. They will buy Igbo. Where is Dragon? He's dead, right? They will buy Igbo. German Jews. put kai apatashi, arrange am, maybe put chicken, give you umpa hero or Budweiser. 200,000 naira can knock off 50 young men. Then I tell you, boy, imagine if say things normal. You don't know, say by now you're supposed to don't build a house. But of course, then they call you with foreign numbers, so you don't get sense again. You say, boy, now make us the best for this Nigeria. Oh. Now make we know they happy. Oh. Man, make we bomb this Nigeria. Oh. My brother, now poverty they worry you know be Nigeria. They take advantage of you. But you cannot lose hope. You cannot give up on yourself. Go and ask Obasanjo so that he will tell you how many months he sleep in Dubai market. You cannot give hope and betray the next generation by becoming useless to yourself and to your society. These are to be expected. Now the criminal-minded individuals, they will catch on people's emotion, telling them what their ancient ear want to hear. We listen to broadcast, we monitor event. It's just because we are watchmen. There are things that bombast at night, and there are people that respond to them. Ordinarily, one of the problems I have as a reverend is that I understand the need to present the word of God in its disposition. The Bible says the word of God is for reproof, the word of God is for correction, the word of God is for instruction, the word of God is for rebuke. But in its totality, it is to ensure that the men of God, children of God, are properly equipped to do the needful. And so, I can come to a service like this, and there is need to rebuke. And how do I rebuke a whole congregation where most of them are older than my father? How can I rebuke them? But the word of God permit me to rebuke when necessary. And then you see, wisdom becomes the principal thing. You don't rebuke by petting people. You rebuke with harsh words. And so when I rebuke a congregation, and knowing that the same Bible forbid me from rebuking an elder, I entreat them. You create an avenue to play game of indulgence. You can now tell your elders, we don't like what you are doing, elders. You people are failing this society. But then, elder, we thank you for what you are doing. You are pointing out to the truth to them, but you are still telling them where they have failed. That is entreat. And then you come the next day when people are going there, say, pastor too harsh today. He did too harsh today. And then you lead them into worship service. And that is because you don't feed with one meal. You feed with a meal that makes you healthy. What am I trying to say in effect? Understand that in a time like this, there are criminal-minded individuals around the world with their agent here in Biafra land, telling you what your ancient ear want to hear. Well, how do they do it? They gather you. Oh, they are marginalizing us. Oh, Nigeria is like this. Oh, Nigeria do this one. Let us burn it. Let us destroy it. Let us and you are jumping up and down. You die, they do fundraising. Your family will not see that money. One day we will tell the story. I don't understand. The other one the other day was making broadcast. We got the key saboteurs. We no go let them waka for Biafra land. All those saboteurs wey dey waka for Biafra land, we go dey kill all of them. And I shook my head. You know why I shook my head? Condemned property won't kill saboteur. You've forgotten soon that George Onyibe is a saboteur. You've forgotten very soon saboteurs you have created has outnumbered supposedly Umuchineke. It's unfortunate. You see, the fight has not been defined, but our brothers certainly cannot be our enemy. And once they finish telling you, say it's true. But you are the one betraying the people. We could play this game with the mind of our people, but God will not forgive us. Neither will God forgive all of you playing with the mind of our people. Yes, we want to tell you that autopilot is moving and that we will not leave. We're giving you order. You must sit at home. You must You know, think. Now let me tell you, if you are a Biafran youth, if the reason you obey IPOB tout request is to play safe, you're wise, it's okay. But if you think anything is going to come out of it, and then I think you are a grade 1 misguided brother. They play on your emotion. Now the kind will sit back and be playing with everybody. Oh, you are evil. Hey, you are a saboteur. Hey, we are betrayed. Oh, where is all those gangster called DOS? Where are all the saga? As it dey hot, as it dey pepper. Where are all of you? But I'm talking to our people. These are the things you should expect. Anybody patronizing you by telling you sweet sermon, making promises of heaven and earth. I know who I even like to Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, I don't understand the one he even called. Todo Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra will come in 2020. 2021 is ending already. Hello, why is missing all of a sudden from your mouth? In a time like this, majority of our people will play blaming game or the game of indulgence to make evil look good, but the consequence is coming. In a time like this, you see them playing game of evil, game of indulgence. They want you to believe that bad is good and good is bad. Barrister Imam Mezu was buried yesterday. May his soul rest in peace. He's a saboteur. I remember in those days when Nnamdi Kanu, as a barber in London, has not allowed our money to get into his brain. When he leave his barber shop and go to where he do broadcast, he don't know what to say. He don't know what to do. People guided him. That is why when you sandal people with responsibility, you guide them. The moment Nnamdi Kanu refused to take instruction from his guide, he loses it all, and he will continue to fall until he realizes that the blood of our slain brothers and sisters will not be in vain. And when he has nothing to say, he said, yes, is Barrister on the line? Barrister, are you there? If Barrister is not there, then I will go to Barrister. This is Imam Mezu. Eloquently, vibrantly, Barrister Imam Mezu will respond. And in most cases, it's not convenient for him, I must tell you. But then, You understanding and the canon need that support, that moral boosting at that time. It is like now when I open line, some people will cross leg. We will get to that. You want miracle, but you are not ready to pay the price. And then barrister will say, yes, he begin to call on the canon name. He begin to praise him, boost his morale. But before you're present, Nnamdi Kanu told you that man is a saboteur. Go and trace the things that killed Imam Mezu. IPOB is a contributing factor of over 70%. Nnamdi Kanu today will not survive from the shock that George Onyibe is still alive. I know what they plan for me. I know what they plan for me. What he would have led to was that I will go and hang myself. But we know the stuff we are made up of. And of course, I must take the privilege to appreciate members of the Board of Trustees, Biafra Nation Alliance, who said, no, we will not allow you to be rubbish. And many of you are still suffering. You are pretending. You say that they think you are a good man, you are a gentleman, you are a moral man. You speak grammar, you talk about matters you know nothing about. Let us face reality. Let us embrace the true context, idea of forming a society, and then you see this Biafra we long for will be the one becoming on us, all of us. And so in a time like this, you should expect that the criminal-minded individuals will be there to deceive you. They see bad, they say, it's good, it's good. They see good, it's bad, it's bad. They are playing blame game. They blame everybody. You can see the gangsters called US. People who know nothing about the platform they are functioning. You see all of them. This I say, oh, it is a master prophet. Oh, it is a man powerful. Hey, they are just accusing themselves. Nnamdi Kanu is the one playing that game. He's going to mesmerize all of them. And then when he comes, he's going to play the peacemaker. It's unfortunate. And so finally, you must understand that in a time like this, only real men will stand for the truth to do the needful. And the question should be, are you among those real men? Are you among them? When we got to a stage, we noticed that the rules in IPOB is beginning to shift ground. It is being compromised already. It was very obvious to those of us who are internal member. And people begin to speak up. Nnamdi Kanu, what is this you are doing? The moment you say, oh, it's a saboteur, 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 and before you know, over 70% of the head of the IPOB you used to know, all of them are saboteur. And then stiff resistance begin to come from among the people. Now the Kanu sister that is a police took everybody to Aruchuku, start giving us juju to swear, and that juju will kill all of you. We took an oath to defend the interests of Biafran people, not any idiot. Even as we are speaking, they are still going secret blood oath because they don't have radio, they don't know what is happening. And most of you know the truth. Most of you around the world, you know the truth. Emmanuel John Atoge. When I say the lines are open, and then you know we've just told you the truth. All we want is to salvage our people and remedy our situation in the current Nigerian state. You know. But they have threatened you, because when you call, Onyibe, thank you for your analysis. God will bless you. We will see what we can do. The moment you are dropping the call, the zombies, they are all there. What they will do is they call you. You are calling Onyibe, we will kill you. Unknown gunmen, we will come for you. If we catch you, we will do this one. They start looking for how to know who you are. And the moment they know you, they begin to send even your classmates. They begin to send your brothers, your sisters, your in-law. They begin to threaten you. Look at a whole nation of Biafra. People who will want to tell me, people who will want to tell me, let us march. Ordinary to correct you and say the truth irrespective of who sort is God. Una the fear. I just they look una. They say, they are threatening me, they are threatening me. Thunder fire that person where they threaten you. Why have they not threatened me? But they do. And so how can you confess you want to build a nation you cannot defend? How can you get married when you are not ready to be responsible as a father or mother? Now, maybe you begin to see what you have to understand. This is the time we should doggedly confront this monster. Confront our unpleasant circumstance. Irrespective of who sort is God. Because we really need to go home. In the next 2 months to bring this year to an end, I'm very much sure that over 10,000 Biafran youth will be led to death by Nnamdi Kanu lawyers, Nnamdi Kanu, the gangster called DOS, and the career freedom fighters. They will lead you to your death. But we can't give up on you. This is the time to circulate genuine information. This is the time to bring your resources and support the real project. This is the time to make information available at the disposal of every Biafran citizen on the speed of light. This is the time to come out bold. Every competent nation that makes up Biafra. Don't think you are not going anywhere. Where will we me anya wakwa, where will we anya mi wakwa, where le chane oro huanero. This is the time you have to free yourself from the prison of fear. But what do they stand to gain to threaten you? Don't correct you. Don't like. Do you know how many Biafrans that have changed their number? And for your information, they send their new number to me. And they will say, the RPOB is monitoring me. I should not talk to you. This one, let's be using this one to talk. And so what are we fighting to build? A nation or a prison? What exactly are we fighting to build? So these are the things you should expect in a time like this. Don't let people's opinion influence your sense of judgment. Stand up and do the right thing. While I am here broadcasting all the way from Urugudu, many communities in Biafra land are under siege already. Who will save them? Who will deliver them? Who will protect them? It is only those of you who will not allow their sense of judgment to be influenced. And of course, at this moment, our lines will be open and you are free to come in and make your contribution. And that is if IPOB is not tagging you already and threatening you with death to kill you if you call Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Not to worry, every problem have expiring date, and we are not going anywhere until this mess is cleared. Our lines are open, like I said, and it remains the same. If you have access to my social media platform, you are free to call in if you cannot access the studio line. But if you can access the studio line, our direct line is 081 221 52971. 081 221 52971 is our direct line. And then our WhatsApp line is 070 815 45642. 070 815 45642 is our WhatsApp line. You are free to call in and make your own contribution. We must be vigilant in a time like this. We must be observant, because things are not the way they used to be. I'll be back in a minute. Biafra, can you hear me? Ada Biafra, can you hear me? Call on the line, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Just hold on a bit, let me change connection. Can you hear me now? Call on the line, can you hear me? And of course, network issue, but we keep battling with it. If you cannot hear me because I cannot hear you, you have to call back. Let us see how it goes. And of course, the lines are open and you are free to call in and make your contribution. Just very few people who understand the reason, the need to stand for the truth at all cost.
Yes.
Yes, you're out now. Caller, what's up? Please, you hold on for me. And that Biafra, go ahead, please.
Okay, good evening, Biafra. Good evening, Biafra. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for this good work you are doing for us. We thank everyone who are listening. We thank the Biafrans who are eager to know the truth. I thank everyone. This is Ada Biafra. I say my greetings to our daddy in the Lord, that the BDVLO. Don't put your car from the for the good man. May Chukwu Kadema bless you wherever he is. We want to thank all the Biafra Nation Alliance who stand firm despite all the threats, despite that they are fulfilling their threats. They are even going great spiritual and all that to destroy our lives because we are telling them the truth. The same Mexico Kadema continue to protect all of us. For this, all these things that they are doing, it will never affect our life. Rather, all of them that are doing it, I know that since they started to betray Biafra and kill the Igbo people, that those blood that they kill are speaking against them. I know since they refuse to listen to the word of truth and decide to dine with the enemies of Biafra and to give our land to the enemies, it will never be well with them wherever they are. Whoever that is supporting all this evil, it will never be well with them. Whoever that says that what we are saying is a lie when they know that it is true, in order to cover up, in order to kill more people. May Chukwu Kadema never leave you wherever you are. May Chukwu Kadema keep you on the mercy of your enemy. I could remember the prayer that you always pray then. You say, if any day you betray Biafra or Biafrans or plan to kill anybody, that Kadema will leave you at the mercy of your enemy. But if you did not plan and they are planning against you and against every other person, that Kadema will leave them at the mercy of their enemies. Now I understand that prayer. That prayer is working. Anybody that is working against the children of Igbo land, the children of Biafra, may Chukwukadoma leave them at the mercy of their enemies. May Chukwukadoma leave them at the mercy of their enemies. You see how they are killing innocent people now because of all this evil they are talking with their mouth. Kill police, kill army, kill this one, kill. When you don't know anything, when you don't have anything, when all that you have been telling us are lies from the beginning. If they notice that this lie is not working, they will do a small video attachment to it. They will tell us our referendum have been signed, sealed, and delivered. I said, our God is so kind to us that these people have reached where they're supposed to reach, not knowing that all these things are lies, and they think that the oath we took all the ones you told us to go and took, that they will allow you, that the land of Biafra will allow you to live. No way. God is not asleep. God is not asleep. God is alive. Anyone that they ever betrayed Biafra, by mouth, by whatever, all of them will die. All of them will go, will be at the mercy of their enemies. That prayer, it will walk on their head one by one. So you guys want to kill all the youth of Biafra so that you can invite your Fulani brothers that you are working for to come and possess our land, because by then nobody will confront them. Nobody will tell them to get out of our land, because we have killed all our youth. It will never be well with all of you, all the supporters. It will never be well with all of you. All the people that are telling us we are lying and we will capture you, and one is threatening me this evening that he will get me, kill me, do this and do that. I didn't want to talk to you, because even if he's not here and he's supporting evil will meet him in that place he is, whether in diaspora or wherever. Evil will meet him there. There and there, evil will meet him. He or she will be at the mercy of the enemy. If they like, let them pretend that they have different accounts, or they have this one and that one. All of them will suffer pain. All of them will suffer pain for killing an innocent people, for using microphone to send people to their early graves. They will all be at the mercy of their enemies. Thank you, Doctor, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Biafra. And of course, we need those who are standing tall to defend Biafra. So this is Ada Biafra. She's always calling, and that is because she's not afraid of anybody. She knows the truth already. A truth that cannot be compromised by anybody. And now maybe you begin to get the real gist. But most of you are hiding. You know the truth already. Go on Facebook and comment. You're from Imo State. You're from Anambra State. We are from Ebonyi State. And now they are moving to Enugu. It will get to your family compound. Those of you who are hiding, afraid to address the issue, you will understand the truth sooner or later. And of course, the lines are still open, and then you are free to call in and make your contribution. This is not the time to be afraid. This is not the time to play game of indulgence. This is not the time to pretend as if you don't know the truth. This is the time to stand up for the truth and do the needful. And of course, I'm joined by one of our warriors, of course, Agunwaye. Can you hear me, Agunwaye?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
You are welcome to the program. Those of you who know the truth and who has embraced the truth, who do not shy away from their responsibility, you're welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening, Biafrans and the lovers of freedom. Good evening, sir. From here, I really thank God hearing your voice again. I thought that, let me not talk. I really thank God for hearing your voice again. For me to hear your voice tonight, I'm more than happy. People say I'm flabbergasted. I'm so much happy to hear your voice again. The enemies are doing to their peril. There is nothing you can do to somebody that his hands or her hands is clean. No matter what the enemy is doing, everything will backfire back on them. They are already in the state of confusion, and they are the one that will jump into somebody's platform and start telling somebody is confused, is this and that. One thing, when I stay on my own meditating on this their attitude, I will start asking myself, if these people really suck the breast of their mothers, or is it the breast of Nama they were given to suck during their infancy till when they grew to this level? I think it's a time that we have to make a definition or to define our stand. We have cried enough for them. They are not babies. Those that see road and they prefer entering bush, let them continue living in the bush. Then we are told in Anambra State the youth should run to bush to stay. And they ran to the bush and they are still into the bush till today. And you can imagine when somebody, a human being, is now living with monkeys and baboons in the bush, they will start behaving like them. Invariably, they themselves may even behave worse. If anybody has ever watched this film they call Judge of the Jungle, everybody knows how Judge of the Jungle behaves. That's the way they are behaving now. Actually, there is nothing to be said that you have not said during your analysis. Everything you are saying is the way it's supposed to be. But I'm so ashamed when I'm looking at what some people are writing, meaning that actually shows that these people are very daft and so myopic in reasoning, and they're so low reasoning. Because when somebody is talking, he has a topic he's discussing on, and he has a point he's elaborating on. Instead of you to listen and see what that person is saying, even if you want to comment against what that person is saying, you're supposed to comment appropriately against it, not just speaking rubbish. And these things they are doing on social media is showcasing the whole world that they are just brainless. Somebody brainwash you and you allow the person to continue brainwashing you. Why not stay where contain you? And one thing I always ask them, have they any day seen any Biafra Alliance family or any other pro-Biafrans coming to their platform to yab any rubbish? You are your own preaching your own. Other people are on their own preaching their own. If actually you feel that that thing you are saying in your own area is convincing, that you are saying the truth, you are saying something that is so attractive that will get people convinced, and you have the multitude you claim that you have. Why then recruiting people, paying them to be jumping into other people's platform to be talking rubbish? That shows that you are fighting a defeated battle already. Because if what you people are doing is so much hitting us hard, we would have becoming to antagonize you, but we take you to be consequential because you have already exposed yourself to the whole world. The whole world now know that you are full of propaganda and lies. I could read what an army PRO released the other day on press. See how he analyzed IPOBs. See how they analyzed them. A military man analyzed you people that way. So the whole world have known you people as propagandists. They have known you people as liars. They have known you people as a myopic reasoning people. So nobody takes you serious again. You keep on gambling and jumping from Peter pole to from pillar to pole, looking for a political solution, looking for amnesty. Now the youth you have brainwashed and sent them to go and die, sending them to their own graves. We have talked enough. Anybody that have ear, let the person hear. Those that did not have ear, let them continue. When they catch up with them, look at the one that carry Sam all over his body, even fingers everywhere. He carry jars, and with all those jars, we are there. They cut you like a chicken. So what does that supposed to show to you? Small youth that are supposed to still be in secondary school, some in the universities, and these people will hide their own people. That will hide their own people in a better conditioned place where people reason normal. Then you are sending other people's children to go and die just like that. You think that nature is not looking at you. You think that karma is not there for you. It's not just a matter of jumping into the platform of somebody and start cursing the person or start writing rubbish. All those things you people started writing for the past 10 years till now. Where has it taken you people to? Rather, the terrorist Nigerian government tagged you. You people have lived up to the expectation now. You have given them 99.9 evidences that they will use and nail all of you to the cross. Because what they called you, you live up to it now. You are already that now. So it's not human, it's not anybody that is stopping you from getting Biafra. Rather, you stop to yourself from getting it, because there's never a time you are looking for it again. Otherwise, why should you now raise dragon flag? And since you raise that dragon flag, you never attach anything on to whatever you are doing again. Rather, it's your name you crested inside the middle of that dragon flag. Meaning that all the things you are doing now that is unfolding, you started showcasing it to them, so that the people that are following you were so let me not just put it that way. It will appear as if I put it that way, all the people you call Sabotuana may be inclusive. Let me not put it that way. They so much loved you and trusted you, of which I happen to be one of them before, that whenever you are talking, I will feel like dancing. But along the line, when you deviated, the Spirit of God revealed it to me. You said Elohim sent you, and when Elohim sent you, they don't know that there are other people that God also put on ground, those that He created with discerning spirit. When you are doing it right, they will know. When you started deviating, they will still know. Coming to the death threat, you people always send to somebody. That one has nothing to do with me, because even in heaven, people live better life than on earth. And if you kill somebody today, that person will go there and become a chairman. Before you yourself will meet the person, the person will flog you to eternity, because you are not going anywhere again. You are going to stay there forever. So, anybody that is not killing and is not planning to kill anybody, no any human being born of woman that can kill the person. All your threats is just ordinary breeze that has nothing to do with our lives. All of us will be alive till when Biafra will be restored. There's nothing that will be talked that you people, our leaders, have not talked, and now we are following you people to talk. I'm talking as a mother. Any mother that is somewhere clapping hands, sending other women children to their early grave, it must definitely reach you. I'm standing on ordinary ground with bare feet, and I lay curse on that person that his or her hand is upon this, the death of our children like this in Biafra land. As many as all of you that orchestrated it and you are sponsoring it, either directly or indirectly, either by omission or commission, you are sponsoring it for your own selfish interest. The good God we are serving, you people are calling Elohim, but you don't know God. The God we are serving will waste all of you one by one, and your death is going to be mysterious, and all of you will live like this and witness the evil you are planting into Biafra land. That evil will come back to you. Those that are always talking about Nigerian truth, for Christ's sake, we are looking for countryside country. We want to remove ourselves and go back how we were before. But that does not mean that you will go and start killing Nigerian troops, killing their soldiers, killing the army. You think that they will leave you. When you kill your soldier or police, more especially soldier, you know the consequences of killing a soldier of any country, and you are doing it. You think that they will come and start clapping hands for you? Look at the other day in a Kempo, or no, in a club, or what they call it in their market today. You think that you have sense? A convoy of soldiers are moving. You jump out to go and attack them. Where did you get your training from? Okay, we were told that you people were trained in Israel, and the one that we are trained in Israel to come and raise the flag. The very day they came out, all of them were captured. How will it reach before you people will learn your lesson? I think, anyway, let me not tell that story. But I think any reasonable person, when something is happening to somebody else, you will use it to learn. You will not wait till when it will come on your own head before you will now start learning. They say experience is the best teacher, but don't allow yourself to experience it. Use the experience of another person and teach yourself. But you people are busy moving through and fro like a small pendulum. You think that will help you. A whole country with their sophisticated weapons and their soldiers, you are coming out with the stolen AK-47 to come and threat. You think that they will fear you? People that have allied with other countries, they have their territory boundary relationship. They have every opportunity more than you. You are threatening them. What do you have? Because you have a microphone. And the one that are up there will be instigating you, pushing you people, issuing threat. When they issue threat to finish, they will enter into their room with their children and start drinking coffee and drinking whiskey and be laughing at you, just like as the one in dungeon came out the other day and he was laughing at you people's stupidity because he has succeeded in destroying all your brain and destroying all of you. But it will be very a shameful thing upon the head of all those that call themselves viewers and those that are working for him, when finally he will come up and showcase to you people that he's not fighting for the African. He is seriously negotiating till when he will get the kind of money he is looking for. That unless if Nigeria will allow justice to prevail. But he himself has already said that it's a kangaroo court and a zoo country. So if they will allow themselves to answer that name they are being called, then they will sweep all these atrocities you have caused under the carpet. Otherwise, let there be fairness, let there be equity and justice as far as this case is concerned. But if peradventure in the other way around, he has his way, I know nature will not allow him to go free unless if he did not step his feet into this Biafra land. If he step his feet into this Biafra land, the spirit of all those people that he have killed must rise up and kill him. Thank God he said that Onongo men is the spirit of people that were killed, that rose up to start fighting Nigerian government. Now the spirit of the people he killed unnecessarily for his own selfish interest, they will now rise up and start fighting him and his family and all his relations. Just like my sister said before, the thing that pains me most is that they know that truth and they are covering it and they don't want to stand by that truth. That's why all those recruits commenting on social media here, they will know the thing the person is talking about, they deviate and go and start asking irrelevant questions. Somebody is asking about Uchemefo, or is it Uchemefo that is doing the program, or is it Uchemefo is the topic of the day, or what do you want to do with Uchemefo? Uchemefo was on air the other day. You did not go there to ask him, and some of them are still writing rubbish. What I know, Uchemefo is dead and buried. And as they themselves, their brains have been dead and buried. They think that every other person is like them. My dear, I don't want to talk much this night because you have already said it all. My own is just that we have said it all. And the shame unto all those people that are still hiding under their bed and they know that they are not happy with what is going on. They don't want to come out and say because they don't want to die. And you forgot that the scripture says that anytime you are trying so much to preserve your life, you will lose it. But if you lose your life in the work of God, He will protect you and preserve you. So if you think that if you talk, they will kill you, that shows that you are part and parcel of the evil. You are partner to the evil. And if you are in support of an armed robber, the person stole something and handed it over to you to keep for him or her, when that person will be caught, you are a party to it because you supported the evil. Supporting evil and keeping quiet means compromise, and when you have compromised with evil, you are now an evil doer as well, and whatever that will happen to that evil person will also happen to you as a compliance to the evil. And I also want to talk to the lawyers. They claim that they are learned gentlemen. They know the truth and they don't want to say the truth. I hear what the one that said is a Chinako the other day from his Twitter handle, saying that the reason why the person they are defending is not a terrorist because a terrorist cannot hold open meeting in all the countries. And are you so daft and you call yourself a lawyer? So when Shakawa was alive, you will not be seeing him raising flag in any of the states he conquered. He will raise flag there and make video. People will see it. Even all this ISWAP or what they call them, or ISIS, when they were trooping into our country before at the end of SARS, you are not seeing them. Did they hide their face? Oh, they shot. Now you are on non-government. Are they doing things openly? Did they come out with their face? That's why they wanted to rebrand it another name by bringing a BNG for them to come with open face. Look at what they got. You people should keep on deceiving yourself. Many Biafrans have woken if you people think that people are still sleeping. And let me still advise you, all the things, likes and all the contributions on social media, it's just on social media because you people know how to manipulate it. You are born and bred for forgery. All the Photoshop you are showing to us today, castigating addition, we didn't know that you are the master of Photoshop. The reason why the thing died off now is because he is in the dungeon. Otherwise, they would have produced many Photoshops and fake news everywhere. All his low-brain people that refuse to learn, they are still learning and trying to mature in fabrication. So, it's not today we know you, and the stomach is not afraid to be at the front. And no be today Nyash dey back. So whatever rubbish you people like, you can say it or you comment it, but you know very much well that you don't have people on the ground again. All the youth you sent, almost all of them has been killed. You are now recruiting ordinary evil doers and occultic people to come and start doing unknown government for you. But very soon, Atuaro Maraya Mara, Atuaro Fiki Yefini Nofia, and all of you, I know you are Ufiki, that's why all of you are in the bush. When you want to move, you come out of the bush, come and receive fresh air and listen to what human being is saying, not what animals in the jungle is telling you. Mazi, I thank you for this night, for having me. I really thank you for the good work you are doing. We will continue keeping on and keeping on, and we go nowhere. That's why we are watching. We are watching and we are observing all their movement. Anyanaga warawara, nukunaga warawara, ukunaga warawara, anyanaga warawara na Africa. So no matter the dwindling they do, no matter the propaganda they showcase, before they come out, we will know where they will land. So we keep on watching. Nothing spoiled. Good night from here, sir.
Thank you very much, Agunwaye, for joining me this evening. Of course, there are few individuals, very few. When it was time for God to save the people of Israel, and Gideon was chosen to lead that troop, he assembles hundreds of soldiers. But God said, I do not need this number. Biafrans are numerous in number, but not all of them have what it takes to stand for the truth. It's only the truth that will give us Biafra, nothing more. Agunwanye was a very committed, transparent member of IPOB. They saw the truth. They just saw a glimpse. They stand by it. Most of you are afraid. You are afraid that they are going to kill you. Nobody is killing anybody. One of these days we will review what led to people's untimely death. And of course, you are highly appreciated. We continue to tell our people the truth. When we talk about democratic process, people should be able to see what is going on, what is wrong, what needs to be corrected. We know this game already. We cannot just deliberately lead our people in arm's way and then we pretend that somewhere along the line you will make this pain go away, you will make this trouble go away. The testament of those who are first-hand victim of this issue at hand under the guise of Biafra agitation is a very bitter one, painful one. And the victims, they are not smiling. The victims, they are not quiet. The victims are not going to make these things go away. The people of Biafra, by now you should know the truth. The more you are on social media threatening to kill and to save, the more you are on social media dishing out propaganda, you are selling out your position. %70 of every Biafran youth sent by China Sanguru, led by Nnamdi Kanu Pong, the Nigerian military will just sideline them, kill 70% of them, run experiment on 2%, and then they keep just 1%. They are the ones selling all of you out. They are the one leading all of you to your death. They don't kill all of them. These are not experienced military men. They are not even in Boy Scouts, not to talk of a guest brigade. It's amazing. Some people called me today. I will not say their location. They want to join ESN. And I said, to do what? To defend our land from who? And these are genuine people who love Biafra. But how will they know that they are using them as a bargaining chip for political purposes, for financial gain? They are using you as a bargaining chips. The earlier you get your sense, the better for all of you. They give you order. Obey the order. Or just be obeying the order. Does Nigeria have the right to militarize Biafra land? Under normal circumstance, could they justify the main reason why Biafra land is under military occupation? And have you ever wondered why do our politicians lose their voice? And those who are telling you, we will die if it's Biafra, we will die, they can't even come out. And so tonight, people of Biafra, advise your people, encourage your people, wherever that they are, make them understand that there is need for them to be observant about this 7 truth that we have talked about. We encourage you to stand up, lend your voice to save Biafrans who are from Benue State, Biafra. This is the time to rise up. The process is ongoing. Those who want to dominate, they are not relenting. We're only here fighting to save ourselves. You're from Bayelsa, south or southeast. Biafrans in Edo State. This is the time for us to stand up. Once and for all, correct this mistake, and then we move ahead. This is where we'll be drawing the curtain for this evening segment. Of course, tomorrow we'll continue from where we stop. But then I have a caller on WhatsApp. Let's see if I can be able to take that call, and then we'll call it a day. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? You're welcome to the program. Good evening from here. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm calling from Italy. I have to thank you for a good job, and I want to contribute to tonight's program. I heard you say that Nigeria have the right to come and invade our land. Nigeria, they have no such right to invade the land. Because Nigerian people, they have been looking the opportunities, even by the time the wars ended, they always come sometimes to keep people. After the war ended, they come back to some places in Biafran land to come and keep people. And since after this war to now, they have been finding the opportunity to come to the land to invade us, and we will see many things that happen to some villages, to some in that country called Nigeria, where army go inside the village and shoot everybody. And after shooting everybody, we don't hear the word. Could the Nigerian government, why should they shoot people like this? Because in Europe here, when you kill more than 2 people, you become like a terrorist. And that terrorist you are, if you organize with people, those people that involved in those organizations will be arrested. So at this time, our people see that this Nigerian troops and the Union Foundation are being led is just to suppress the Southeast people, called Biafran people. So, and at our own knowledge, as we acknowledge people, we have intellectuals, and we keep our hand and our voice short, and we try to provoke them to come have the reason to come and invade us. So, as you're saying, really, you're saying the truth, because Nigerian government, they are being prepared and they wait for evil people. Not coming to the wait only on government, they are coming to wait for evil people. So, and anybody that is supporting this evil at this time, saying that they want to fight Nigeria, or they want to fight the listen, if you want to fight against the military, you have to of a war ground where you have to go and meet this military. You should not bring them into our land to come and invade us. So their fans all over the world, let us put head together to see how we can resolve this issue, because this issue must affect everyone at this time. So I want to say that we still have the chance and the opportunity to look for our freedom in diverse means. And the easiest means, not easiest means, the simple means we have to use to work the conviction, you know, of the Geneva Convention. So we have to work according to we are politicians. We don't have to work with the people we know we are fighting for freedom. We have to work according to what it is to restore a nation to be free from the law which are being quoted for people like us. So at this time, you can see that the Nigerian government, they have bought from China the armored tankers, and the general, the major general is saying that these tankers have arrived at the right time. That without this kind of time, these tankers will not arrive here. What are different at this time with other times in Nigeria? Because there is a people of Southeast trying to provoke it because of any other thing. So they have to come and invade the Southeast with those ammunition. So the world should take care to know that the Nigerian government have ready to come and destroy and invade our land, and people are provoking them. Those provoking them should stop. And we have to talk to dialogue how we can have our freedom and restore our land. And before we want to restore our land, we have to make sure that we take the authorities in our hand. We have to take the authority of our land to our own hand. We don't have to leave it for politicians who say they are politicians. We have to take it. We have to treat politics to know that this is our time to put the people to standing in the eastern side. So we should not be making this confusion every time and people is dying. Look at the other day in Anambra side, I saw like war going on. People being lie down and I'm hearing the cause of bullets. So we should stop. We should try to look into other means to restore Biafra. Because as I'm talking to you right now, I'm not at peace with what is going on in our land. So the people that is involved, if you believe in by doing so, will give you what you want. If you want to fight Nigeria, you can go and make a war ground for them with them. So I rest my peace here. The only way we can restore Biafra easy is peaceful way. and we have to unite. Everybody have to unite. We have to say one word. So let me stop here because let me stop here. Mr. George, I thank you.
Thank you very
And
much.
anybody in Europe here you want to be among of Biafra Nation Alliance, please call my number. My number is +39 351 04 571 69. So this is my number. You can call me, and if you want to ask me anything, you be free to ask me whatever you like. You know, and I'm going to answer you as much as I know. So just once I say peace, everyone, and thank you, especially to Matavi, for giving us voice to speak. People like us, we have been looking for a place to speak out how we feel. So at this time, I must tell you that I'm being free on one side because I can speak my mind. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, OBDK, for joining me this evening. Only few individuals stand up for the truth, ready to defend the truth, and by their fruits they are made manifest. And I must encourage you, the people of Biafra, look for Biafra Nation Alliance family closer to you. Biafra Nation Alliance family, look for the closest family. A European administrator has just made an announcement. Those of you in Europe, this is time to reorganize. And Biafra Nation Alliance is doing just that. This is not time for impression. It's simply time for reality. You don't have to be careless with your life. You don't have to waste your life unnecessarily. Contact all our administrators across Biafra land, and they will direct you through the right protest, through the right channels, and so that together we can come and liberate our people from this evil enclave. It is important. Biafra Women Right and Freedom radio station, you can get us on FM 105 FM, 100.5 FM. Currently, you can receive it within Obiakpo and Ikori local government, some areas in River State, some areas in Delta State, some areas in Anambra State. Tune in 100.5 FM. We are on Simple Radio, we are on app, we are on satellite, and of course you can get us with decoder. We must rise up to defend the Biafra nation. We must put this military who are invading our land, we must put them under check. If we decide to ignore, look the other way round, and pretend we don't know what is going on, my brother, these people will overrun us. But I'm glad that men and women are standing by to defend the interest of the Biafran people in the last outpost. Of course, at this moment, I am joined by my daddy in the Lord. Can you hear me, sir? Mazi Obidi.
Thank you very much, my brother. You're doing a great job. Good afternoon from here to all. Good afternoon from here to all Biafrans. My Reverend, I think that's something I wanted to say, because in as much as we keep talking about this news and we are not putting some things in place, we may continue this and then Indiana while and within it. So I think that it's high time for us to start putting together the names of these women who are here who said they are supporting ESN. And we need to figure out wherever they come from, whom. People need to come to terms to where they come from. Because this is nonsense. Okay, I was listening to them the other day. They're claiming they are raising funds. They are raising funds to support ESN. Okay? $100, $20, 50 rupees, and stuff like that. And I can't understand this foolishness. I don't understand that. Okay, their general is right now in USS custody, smiling for them. Okay, so the general that is supposed to be leading the army that launched a security outfit of more than 2 million and raised the dragon flag and called the army to keep coming down to Biafra land that is going to bury them alive. Is now smiling from behind the bars. And we still have people that call themselves that they are fighting for freedom, supporting these pouches of clowns at home that are coming out intermittently and creating problems. You see, the other day they were in the market square, in the market, shooting. They were hiding in the market. So the question is, if they want to fight, why are they drawing these barbarians inside the marketplaces? Why are they not going and confronting them face to face? I don't know if I'm making sense here.
Of course you are.
Because if you want to fight, why going inside a market in Inobi or wherever?
That is one of their strategies. They want to lead the innocent people to their death with the intention of drawing sympathy from international
sympathy
community.
From other people.
And that is
That's
why
exactly what we do.
we're telling our people to play with caution, because Biafra will come, but not this their fraudulent pattern.
Not this nonsense. Not this nonsense. That's primarily because I was listening. You have said it all the sisters. Ada Biafra our sister Agumai, and they have already made a lot of contribution this evening. But I think that I don't know if these people came from the moon. All these people that are giving $100 here. But tell me, does the $100 supply bullets? Because they want to fight. Their major general or their messiah has swallowed all the money and handed himself over to the Nigerian government according to plan. There's nothing he's doing that we don't know. He carefully came here instead of confusion, took the rest of the money and handed to this woman they call Onyibe, and then went to Kenya, received some portion of the money, and then called these people and they picked him up, and people are dying, and here we are talking. The general is not leading the army because he said he's going to lead the army by himself. I don't understand it. And people are keeping quiet. All these people who knows the truth are keeping quiet. None of you is saying anything. And we are letting these fools run over the man. So until they begin to see reprisal for their ludicrousness for supporting evil, by now, I think I thought they would be doling out their overtime money, serious money for this war. They are supporting the ESN in the bushes. Running Biafra on a bush, God. Well, how do we explain this, for God's sake? That's the reason I call. And you guys in Biafra land should do us a great favor. Because these people cannot continue to intimidate people. I've seen homes that are set ablaze at home for this stupidity. I don't think that these women that are here calling for fundraising has been affected in any form. I don't think they were affected, because if they have been affected, they won't be calling for this fundraising. They're creating problems everywhere in the name of fighting for freedom. And they know they cannot get freedom out of a lie. You cannot lie out your way for and get freedom. It's not going to happen. My brother, this is why I call this evening. They need to advise themselves as appropriate. All this hopping up and down and coming to the Facebook. It was in Zizu. In the following family. Obugo need to support the security outfit. If you see na website, you na Facebook, koni ke na po Zoom. Una na kwa kana nwa mu no na raise ego from the ESN. No, gini be think capital. What happened to people's common sense? What happened to people's common sense? It's just you want to show yourself. You want to be noticed. Maybe they need to be noticed, because these people came from homes back home. Okay, they came from somewhere. So they be called for out. That's why I call this evening, my brother. I thank you very much. I know you're about to close, but this is very annoying. This is very annoying. You see what you're doing, whatever your leader or your messiah have done has created an enormous problem, because he wouldn't listen. And you guys have continued to support nonsense. I'm a Biafra throughout. No common sense, no training. You think you can just go to a native doctor and come out and handle gun and start shooting and get better?
And that is the work of Rabbi Charles and Okeforen. Jumping up and down everywhere. And one day we know
about Ekumek warriors. Ekumek warriors, they were still dominated by few British army who operated with intelligence. You hear this other guy in South Africa yapping nonsense, talking to people, let them go out and fight. You're a warrior, this and that. And he's in South Africa. Can you believe this type of people? This is out of hand, because I don't know what they are trying to do. I don't know if they think, what they are trying to gain from all this. No common sense, nothing. Their leader. My brother, go ahead and round off your program, but I just want to thank you and just let them know openly, because this is becoming unbecoming. Before it becomes that we are saboteur against them, they are not considering that they are bringing more damage to the land. Man, they can't need any release here. Couple time blue or go and eat. Thank you very much, my brother. All hail Biafra, and God bless the people of Biafra.
All hail Biafra. And of course, that is the voice of Mazi Obidi Obinu. These are men who saw the truth. They stand up for the truth. They're fighting to defend the truth as far as they can remember. Do not be a spectator. If you are a Biafran from south, south, southeast, or other part of states where Biafrans have been carved into, do not think you will be exonerated. This ring will beat all of us. And so the earlier we'll stand up and begin to correct the internal menace, the easier it will be for us to conquer the external. Don't let anybody deceive you. Look for the closest Biafra Nation alliance. We are mobilizing our people already. We cannot say everything here on this platform because we understand that there are people who are trying to practically bastardize everything regarding the Biafra restoration project. But not even in a 100 lifetime, they will never be able to understand. Stand up, say the truth for the sake of those who have died, that their death might not be in vain. Rise up, make the necessary support to ensure that the sacrifice of those who has gone before us and those who are still right here with us will not be in vain. Biafra Nation Alliance is the way to go. Students, rise up. Genuine elders, rise up. Misguided brother, led by the criminal Colonel and the Kano. They are telling you now, all the elder, he won't sleep again. No elder should sleep in Biafra land. He said that in Biafra land, your problem. How many elders in Biafra land have or you well? Is the market people your problem? You may be able to control the people temporarily with this harassment and intimidation. But let me tell you, there are men and women out there preparing your match for you. And when that time comes, I hope you will still be there. Now the Kano is trying to eliminate most of you because he has sold you. And since he cannot do it himself, he initiates processes. And so from now, 1st of November 2020 to 6th of November, those of you who are about to die, I salute you because they are going to lead you to your death. But this is not what we want. This is not what we came out for. Save your people. Save the people of Biafra from the impending doom and danger, from self-destruction. I will sign off from here. Tomorrow is another day. We'll continue from there. Good night and God bless you. My sincere appreciation to those of you who were able to call in to make your contribution. An apology to those of you who cannot receive their call at this moment. We'll continue from where we stop tomorrow. May God be with all of you. Ndewonu.
Bible clearly shows where the true Israelites are and where the Messiah is going to gather his people. Judah, he's going to gather from the four corners of the earth. But the other tribes, he will gather from beyond the rivers of Cush in Africa.
Candle in the night that came and blew us away.
And like a thief in the night that came and stole it away.
We've been in the bondage for so long. We need a light.
All the Biafrans should stand up, rise up for your freedom.
Race of freedoms.
hope otherwise the sun.
We will keep on believing and fighting till the end of time. We can't we won't. Yeah.
Super blunt and walk us off in them waiting. Totality them can never say.
Maybe in the future's a tomorrow.
Not even understanding. Yeah. Freedom song. But we love, we will murder the nation.
We wonder why discrimination every day. They wanna be poor and they wanna be
Fighting with gun, I am fighting with gun.
I'm sorry and Lord, I'm sorry with God.
After much rain,
the sun will shine again.
as we can see, monkey and donkey, they are not the same.
Signal us a man, we not tell you how I feel. And I'll be on the tell I'm gonna be fast. See, I can take it no more. Say the skilling is getting too far.
Together we save our lives.